we are live with today's stream. So I'm just going to share that on all the social medias and then we'll hop into the game. It is Wednesday. We're starting with Animal Crossing. Going to check if we have a price spike on turnips. If so, sell them. Otherwise, might look into creating. Try and get that 17th Islander. And yeah, later going to be switching over to Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic, where beyond the fact that we're on Tatooine, I can't remember exactly what we're doing at the moment. But anyway, let's just hop into some Animal Crossing and see where things go. Yes, I do want to see what's happening in town. Trantor, April 27th, 3:53. I am Rick. Hear me roar. I look like a dinosaur. Oh, I do need to. There we go. Just realized OBS is in a different spot because I moved it when I was doing the 3DS streaming on Sunday. Okay. Firstly, let's check who we have. We should have somebody new in town. So let's see if it's one of the ones we still need. Neither of those are new. No. Savannah, I think, is... Yeah, Savannah's the one who just moved in. But we have had them before, so not who we are after. I think we still have a gyro. Why do I have so much mail? Oh, because of... Well, I mean, yeah, because for people moving out. So, Triceratops tail. Awesome. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Trilobite. Excellent. And... Torso of Plesiosaur. Good stuff. Otherwise, what do we got? Grizzly, move to Winnipeg. Nosegay, move to Winnipeg as well. Move to Winnipeg. Move to Pretoris. Okay, and then... Two more moves, or is... Well, one... HRA. Hey, Fish, welcome in. How's it going? How are you doing? And Tomlip is signing Weeping Fig. Okay, awesome. All good. I'll go to the neighborhood. Ooh, this is new. A modern end table in D2. The Mighty Ducks. Okay, so right there. So that shouldn't be too hard to find when we get to there. Song in the background has been stuck in your head for 2 weeks. Good to know. Good to know. So let's go wander around and see what we can find. Do what we can do. Okay, so there should still be a gyroid buried somewhere in town. As well as the standard 5 fossils, glowing rock, or glowing spot, money rock, talk to all our villagers, all our normal daily stuff. Yeah. So how's your day going, Fish? Hopefully you're having a good Wednesday. Hopefully you're having a good week. And yeah, let's see. Trying to be thorough in my searching. Also, if you ever notice anything like my main town that's buried that I miss, feel free to let me know. In secondary towns, it generally doesn't matter because, I mean, there I don't, like, other towns I generally don't I'll search for anything that is on the message board, but I won't look for I won't bother with fossils and gyroids most of the time. Week's been all right. My week has been good. I got my taxes done finally yesterday, which is why I wasn't I ended up not streaming yesterday because it took a bit longer than I was hoping. Not the actual actually, I went to H&R Block, and the main thing was just that because I was a walk-in, so it took a while until they were able to have somebody see me and such, but got a nice sized return. And yeah. Yeah, taxes. Already budgeted all the money from the return. A lot of it was spent, and the stuff that wasn't spent was still budgeted out for various things. So yeah, bought a copy of Kirby's Dream Land 2 off of eBay. So that'll be coming in a couple of weeks, probably. I'll be able to play that. Also got myself a micro SD card for my Switch, so that I have more room on that for digital games. And what else did I get? Oh, I got some more Animal Crossing. Some more Animal Crossing e-reader cards. Bought 6 sealed packs of Series 4 e-reader cards for Animal Crossing. Series 4 being the one that included, the NES games. Ice Climber, which I already have, and Mario Brothers, which I still need the card for, so... Because there's no copies of the actual Mario Brothers card that were on sale, but sealed pack, so fingers crossed one of them includes that card. Very boring, but necessary. Oh, taxes, yeah. Yeah, but, it is what it is. Bangle's not in right now. And... got something. What else did I buy? Oh. So... You're new to the stream, so you don't necessarily know this, but I used to be running a Star Wars tabletop RPG on the stream. I would like to return to it eventually. Also, I'm working on getting all of the, getting various books or whatever like that, for it or whatever and such. So this one I got a little while ago, and now I ordered another one of those books as well. It's the original Star Wars tabletop RPG by West End Games from the 80s and into the 90s. This is the perfect place. Everything on Pocketbook makes sense. Oh? Talk about those things that anyone else that think you're nuts. Oh? Oh, we have Katrina in town. Good stuff. Wait, did I check if this was the Money Rock down here? I can't remember. It's not. I think I checked, but we all know my memory is terrible. Oh! Also, I got really lucky in that, my driver's license renewal actually came in the mail yesterday, so it's oh, perfect. Got my tax return and then right away pay my driver's license renewal. Which is much better than last year, where they just never sent me anything. All of a sudden, I'm I haven't got anything. Let's go check online. Oh, it's due tomorrow. Pay that right away. Luckily, I remembered last year the day that I did. Sure, read my fortune. Not sure if it was a good or bad reaction, but anyway, let's... favorite boss in any game. My favorite boss in any game. Oh, boss music. In the fridge, a fashionable grandma will be spacing out. Okay. Oh, some good things, some bad things. Boss 2. Boss music, I couldn't answer. I can't off... I'm not good at thinking of music off the top of my head. Like if I think of it, like, I can think of, like, you know, if I think of a specific boss, I mean, I might be able to think of, like, the music that, like, goes... Like, I can think of, like, say, Super Mario Odyssey, and I can think of, like, the music that goes along with some of the Bowser fights in that game and such. But if I'm just, like, boss music, my brain is just, like, that's too vague. I can't just, like, be like, oh, my favorite is this. That I can't really do. Boss, though, that I can think of, and, it's definitely one of the bosses from Yoshi's Island. I'm going to... I just need to kind of go through my head quickly. I think... I like the Bowser fight in Yoshi's Island, but I think my favorite is... I'm blanking on the name. I know the boss is like a slime thing. Actually, no, that's not even my... Oh no, Raphael Raven is my favorite from Yoshi's Island. Will be my favorite. Yeah. But yeah, music, I'd have to actually, like... That I couldn't really answer without, like, going and, like, listening to a bunch and thinking, comparing, and such. But yeah. What about you? Which are your favorite boss and boss music? Hey, Ghastly Feline, welcome in. It's going good. Yourself? Let's talk. Ooh, I do like games. Doing well. Over this week's... That's a great boss, yeah. I mean, Yoshi's Island in general has really good bosses. Just because of the various different ways, like, it takes advantage of the, you know, the eggs and the different mechanics of such of the game. I have them all. That's right. I've caught every fish in this game. See? All of them. All 40. Fossil number 1. Tons of fun. Actually, if it counts as boss music, it's not really, it's kind of after the boss fight, but Super Mario Odyssey, the music that plays during, like, that end bit where you're where you take control of Bowser, and, like, it's like the music that actually has, like, lyrics and such. I actually really like that song. I don't know if that actually counts, because that's not actually while you're, like, doing a... Like, 'cause that's kind of after the boss fight and such, but... Yeah. Clean under your furniture. It could save your life. Truer words were never spoken. Okay. Slowpoke, welcome in with the raid. Good day, Sorcerer Finch and Slowpoke. Slowpoke, welcome in. How's it going? How are you doing? How was your stream? Let me give you a shout out. Slowpoke 316. Yes. Playing Vampire Survivors. Oh yeah, I noticed that. I have no idea what Vampire Survivors is, but feel free to tell me about it if you want. If also you need to head out after a stream, I completely understand that as well. And yeah, doing all right, good stuff. I am doing well, no problem. Yeah, anybody who isn't following Slowpoke should go throw a follow. And yeah, anyone who doesn't know me, I'm Eric Barkman, variety streamer with a focus on Nintendo. Working on, amongst other things, trying to 100% Animal Crossing. You can see my progress in the various numbers down below me. And feel free to ask any questions. Or clarification on any of it. Pretty sure I'm actually losing money on this. I could probably get a lot more from Nook, but yeah, whatever. Now we're just doing kind of our daily wanderer about town, chatting to all our villagers, looking for fossils and money rock, glowing spot. There should be a gyroid somewhere in town yet that I haven't found, but don't know where. The villagers are cold, yeah. It's a roguelike game where you play as a vampire hunter. Unlock weapons, characters, super ones, and try to survive hordes of enemies. Interesting. Yeah. Don't have much experience with roguelikes, but hopefully it's going well and you're having a lot of fun with it. Ah, here's Jeremiah. News in the acre somewhere. I'm in around now, Jeremiah, if I assume I stream on time. I mean, technically, we're rather late, because I started stream late today. I do have a Game Boy Advance. I have 2 Game Boy Advances and a Game Boy Player, which, you know, is what allows you to... Which is basically like a Game Boy Advance you connect to the GameCube, so you can play your Game Boy games on the big screen. Yes, I've done that. I've gone to multiple islands. Many islands. Knee deep guy? What? Good friend of yours, you can never understand a single word he says. Okay, no worries, Slowpoke. I understand after a stream, sometimes have to get... Oh, Jeremiah, okay. Yeah. Jeremiah. It's an alright build. It's a pretty cool villager. Okay, Nooks. Let's see what we've got going on here. Firstly and foremostly, because we do actually have turnips right now. 83. Okay, well, we're not selling them here. Might be selling in one of my other towns, but we are not selling turnips here today. We'll sell these, though. Let's also put that in the... There we go. And then continue on with our exploration of town. Yeah, so... Right now we're doing, yeah, our basic daily stuff of one around town, like I was saying. Afterwards we're going to be going to visit my other towns, checking if any of them have a price spike. We'll be starting with the one that, you know, ones that would have the highest price spikes and then working our way down. If we find a price spike, we'll be selling turnips in that town. If not, if no price spikes, then we won't be selling turnips today. And depending on what time we're at after that, might go try and get another islander for my towns. And then Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic later. Let's chat. Yeah, cold I'm not a fan of either. I currently have 17 towns, so Bill's pretty excited today. Okay. Fossil number 2. How about you? Eventually we're going to have a total of 18 towns, so that we can have one town for each of the 18 islanders. Tile, dragon... oh, another tile. Their boss is Empress of Light in Terraria. Okay. Never played Terraria, not particularly familiar with it, so I don't know who the Empress of Light is, but that is a cool name slash title. It's very fun fight, good stuff. How I've been trying to 100%. So this town and character I created January 1st of last year. Because one of the things I'm doing is I'm... oh, thank you for that follow, Fossy Sauce. So, because I'm trying to do this, so I'm doing this without time travel. So, yeah, it started January 1st of last year. However, this is my second attempt, because my first attempt ended when my memory card with my town became corrupt. Now, I do have some of my like extra secondary towns. 2 of them were already created alongside that first attempt. So, so there are a few things when I started this attempt that I got from those 2 towns from the first attempt, but mostly it's been, you know, on this attempt, you know, a year and I guess almost 5 months. Yeah. I mean, the things that I got from the... I mean, well, no. I mean, Meltork 4, I don't think I got any... I'm not sure if I got anything from it that I didn't otherwise have. Because I didn't have access to that one for a while, because it was on. But, really cool. Cool, thanks. Yeah, the game's so nostalgic. Yeah, a lot of... That's one of the things I get people saying the most when they come in here for the first time, just talk about how the nostalgia of the game and how so many people miss it, or, you know, still play it themselves, or like, yeah. Or also a lot of people that start with one of the later games in the series and like to go and see this and see, you know, what the original was like if they didn't play the original and just start with one of the later games. Do wandering slow, because we've had a gyroid buried in my town for like a little while that I haven't been able to find, so I'm just trying to keep an eye open if it's like behind a tree or something. Play New Horizons currently, it can pop in the GameCube version every now and again. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I have not played any of the later of the main games. I played some Pocket Camp, although I haven't played in a long time. But of the main ones, I've only played this one. I plan to play through the others eventually. So, like, my goal is that when I complete this one, 100% complete this one, I'm gonna go get myself a copy of Wild World and work my way through that one. Once I complete that one, get myself a copy of City Folk, 100% that one. Then New Leaf, 100% that one, and then New Horizons, 100% that, and then we'll see where we're at, if that's like, if there's any more that have been released by that time, which, considering I expect each game to take me a minimum of a year, just because of, like, you know, the whole no time travel thing, and possibly longer, depending on, like, if I miss out on stuff during the first year, like, that's the reason. Like, I started this one over a year ago, and I'm going to keep going until at least December 24th of this year, so this one's taking me at least about 2 years. But, we'll see how it goes with the later ones. Yeah. and how it goes even with the remainder of this one, because it's hard to say. Okay. Anything else? Oh, although one caveat as far as the no time travel, I already know that when I get up to City Folk, there I am going to have to actually do some time travel. But because in City Folk, I think it's on like New Year's Day or something where you get like a shirt for the year, and there's like a total of 30 some shirts for I think every year from like 2000 or 2001 until like 2030 something. I'm not sure the exact years, but so my plan for that when I get to City Folk is leave that until I've done everything else, and then do the time travel just to get all the remaining shirts. But other than that, like, as far as I know for all the other games, like for this one I know no time travel. There's nothing that I need to use time travel for. And as far as I know, everything other than City Folk is the same, but City Folk does have that one thing that... Yeah. I mean, same way, like, with this one, like, I always say, like, no codes other than the things that I can only get via codes, because, I mean, I don't want to... Because I didn't want to just, 100%ing this to just be a long series of me just inputting codes to get everything. But for certain things, if that's the only way to get it, well, then that's, how I'm going to get it. And, yeah... need to get ready to head off to work. No worries. Thanks again for hanging out and stopping by, and thanks again for the raid. And I hope work goes smoothly and you have a good rest of your day. And yeah. So if anybody in chat, I often say I said this earlier, I think, but because we have some new people. If while I'm like wandering around my main town and you see something buried that I don't notice, feel free to point it out, because I am perfectly fine with people helping me to locate things. Like, for instance, like I was mentioning, we have a gyroid that is buried somewhere in town and has been for a little bit that I've not been able to find. And I'm sure I'll find it eventually. I always do find things eventually, but... sure. Yeah. Also, what's everyone else playing at the moment? Anyone else doing any fun games? Obviously, most of the gaming I do is here on stream, so you can tell what I'm playing at any given time. My current games, obviously I'm working on 100%ing this, then I'm working on beating right now. Fossil number 3, just for me. Okay, what am I? I'm working on beating Robo Warrior on Mondays, Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes on Tuesdays, Star Wars Knights of the Republic on Wednesdays, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on Thursdays, and Earthbound Beginnings on Fridays. And I should be, I think, beating Super Smash Bros. Ultimate tomorrow. I'm nearing the end of Worlds of Light, and I think there's a good chance I'll be doing that tomorrow. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see. And then I'll be caught up on having beat all of the Smash Brothers games. And then we'll figure out what I'm doing on Thursdays next. Plenty of options. Who do I main in Ultimate? Well, if I was like playing multiplayer, it would be Mario. But what I've been doing in Ultimate For class or for World of Light is just because Kirby was a starting character. I've just been going through everything with Kirby. And I was also doing classic mode where I went through everybody's classic mode route. So, yeah. Yeah, multiplayer I haven't really done much of in Ultimate. And nothing since I actually bought it myself. I think the only time I did multiplayer was back before I even had a Switch. Just one time I was hanging out at a friend's place. But, yeah. Okay. What about you? Who do you main in Ultimate? Yeah. And I main Mario in almost every Smash game. The exception being Melee, where I main Dr. Mario. Fossil number 4. Just one more. Anyone around the wishing well? No one around the wishing well. How are things? Everything is perfect. Trantor's a very livable place. I love that for us. Ooh, there's a weed here. Just trying to hide, but got, you know, wasn't quite as good at hiding as I thought it was. Grizzly on Ultimate, try to main Mario, but he's pretty combo heavy, so he switched to Ike. Slow and strong. Oh yeah. Fossil number 5. No, not fossil number 5. Well, Entale, that was on the... I forgot about that. Luckily it was... Even though I forgot about it, but luckily it was in a nice open space, so we didn't end up missing it. Oh. Now this is fossil number 5. We're alive. So, interestingly, in the same acre. But... So you got all the fossils. Do we get the glowing spot? I think we got the glowing spot. So the only thing we have to still dig up is that missing gyroid, but... Whether or not we find it today, I am not rating our chances of finding it very good. Obviously, it could still be found today, if it's depending on where it is. Where in the world it is. Could be behind like one of these trees where we can't really see it too well. It's always the worry. Somewhere where it just kind of blends in. No, it doesn't look like it's over there anywhere. Yeah, I do like to play though also like a wide mix of characters in Smash. I mean, back when me and my friends would like regularly get together to play, generally Melee, although Brawl for a little while. I think Wii U for a little while. Melee was the one that we played the most, just because like that was like, you know, Melee was, you know, the one that was out in our teenage and, you know, early young adult years or whatever, when we had, you know, more free time and hung out more often and such. But the thing I would always do is I would start playing with the character in, you know, the top left corner, which, well, was in Melee was Dr. Mario, and most of the others is Mario. And the original is actually Luigi, interestingly. Yeah, or yeah, top left corner. And then basically, if I lost, I would stick with the character. If I won, I would switch to the next character. And then, like, every time I win, I move to the next character and just, like, see how far I can get before, you know, we were done, you know, hanging out for the day or whatever. It's an interesting way of getting like getting a good variety of characters played. Of course, the problem is that the characters I'm better with and probably enjoy playing as more, I wouldn't play as them very long because I'd win, and then it was like, oh, move on to the next character, and then I get to a character that I wasn't as good as at with, like, say, Donkey Kong, and just be stuck on them forever. But, you know, forced me to get better with the characters I wasn't as good as, I suppose. Okay. Yeah. I do miss doing things like that, but, you know. As you get older, life gets busier, and planning stuff with friends gets trickier, and it is what it is. Okay. And also, like, schedules get, like, you know, more out of sync. Because, like, you know, when you're in school, for instance, you know, like, you know, high school and such, whatever, you know, you and your friends all go to school at the same time and such. Jobs, I mean, it can be a more varied, like, especially, like, because, like, I work at a grocery store, so my hours for that are usually, like, you know, morning hours or whatever, but also including Saturday, which a lot of other people don't work and such, and then my streaming is every day, in theory. In practice, I'm need to get better about not canceling streams, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so we haven't found... Still haven't found that missing gyroid. That's been missing forever. Also, we didn't see... Oh, no, we saw Bubble. Oh, we did see Bubbles, didn't we? Yeah. It's Bangala we didn't see. We've not seen Bangle today. Interesting. Well, she could be anywhere, though, so we're not going to, like, try... do another, like, sweep of the town just to find her, but let us go and mail our mail. Uh, 5 letters, excellent. And then... Then we're gonna... Well, we'll sell the junk I have in my inventory at the moment. And then we'll start going to visit my other towns to see what turnip prices are like. If we have a price spike anywhere. Excellent. Yeah, we have 3 things to sell. Okay. I'd like to sell these items 3. I'd like to sell them just for me. No, that's it. Okay, let's go and check turnip prices. So we are going first. So yeah, we're starting with like the most expensive one on Praetoris, and then working our way down. Because obviously, it's price spike. Because those are like the prices that Joan was selling per turnip on Sunday, right? And the price spike will be 8 times that. So the most expensive one for Joan would also have the most expensive selling price for us today. So we check Praetoris, because if that has price spike, we don't need to check the others, because that's more than we'll be getting anywhere else. And yeah. And I should have Brute Force in my system, that because I set it up beforehand, put that one in the system, and then organize the others in order. Not that we have too many turnips, but if we get a price spike in Praetoris, though, that it will still be a really good profit margin. Going from, what was it, Winnipeg, 71 bells per turnip to whatever 129 times 8 is. Well, actually, I can do that. So 100 times 8 is 800. 20, 160. So that would be 960 total. 9 times 8 is 72. So 1,032 bells per turnip from 71. That would be a massive profit if we luck out on that. This is what I often do for Blanca's face. I just draw a random globe. Occasionally I ask for a request, but honestly I didn't think to do that. And then, well, there we go. A random globe. Nice big continent. You are welcome. Here we are in Praetoris, which we do not have a map for, but we're just going over to the shop, and we will sell that stuff since we're just going over to, so we're passing by anyway. Now let's see what we got here for turnip prices. Survey says awesome. Okay, so we are selling our turnips here. Trying to think how I want to do this. Okay, what we're going to do is I'm firstly going to just drop first, I'm just going to actually drop my stuff over here, I think. Had I go up so high in the original, yeah, they can. So standard turnip prices are generally in the range of like, I don't know, like 30 something to like 130 something, maybe 140, I don't know exactly. But price spike is where it's exactly 8 times whatever Joan was selling for, which is what we have here. So we're going to drop this stuff right over here, just so that I have a nice empty inventory. And then we're going to go... Well, actually, let me swap out memory cards so we can go to Winnipeg and get my turnips. Yes. let's go. Yes. So yeah, we are going to be getting just a massive amount of money today as a result of this. Now, granted, most of it's going to be just left sitting on the ground here in Praetorius for a while, because it's going to take us a while to... Because we're going to get so much money, it's going to take us a while to get all that money moved over to Trantor. But yeah. So we will see how things go. However, 100%... No. My other towns are secondary towns. They exist to help me 100% my main character, main town. Because, see, I need to have multiple towns in order to 100% the game, which is why they exist. So, the reason I have... Well, so I'm going for 18 towns eventually, but... So, the reason I need to get up to a total of 15 towns... these statues. Yeah, that's only in, I think, Praetorius, which is the only one we were just in. Because that's actually a town that existed, that was one of the ones that existed prior to my actual main town, because that was with my first attempt at 100% or whatever. But, and the reason I paid off those ones was so that I could... Well, actually, it was because I had the money lying around after, like, a massive turnip sale 1 week, or a couple times. Probably not just after 1 week, but... So the reason I need multiple towns, let me just quickly show something here, before we get started. As long as this is awesome. Let's go, and... So, obviously one of the big things for 100%ing is filling up the catalog, right? And here we go. Station Model 7 is one of the things in my catalog. That's the mod. I notice it says Model 7. So basically, when you create your town, you get, you know, one of 15 train stations, which is random and such. So here is one of them. See, this one is metal. There's also brick ones and wood ones, and each of those has 5 color variations, mainly in the roof variation, but some other things can be different colors as well. So a total of 15. So in order to get all those 15 train stations, get the models, because a random day in July... Let me check if I can check this. Awesome. So when you create your town, also chooses a random day in July to be your town day. So here in Winnipeg, Winnipeg Day is the 27th. On that day is where you get the train station model for your town. So in order to get all the 15 train station models, I need to have 15 towns, one for each train station. So that's why I need to have 15 towns. Now, why I need to have 18 towns... So, if you have the Game Boy Advance link cable on Game Boy Advance, you can go to the island where you will have one of 18 islanders. And I decided I wanted to have... Since I was already going for 15 towns for the train stations, I'm like, let's go for 18 and just get each of the different islanders. So, yeah. So right now we're at 17 towns, and one of the towns has a duplicate islander, but you can trade islands. So what we're going to be doing, probably not today because we're going to be busy selling turnips, which let's actually get started on. Where are my turnips? In D2 and F2. Okay, so we're going to sell the F2 ones. Grab the F2 ones first. So yeah, so when we get, well, I guess, yeah, so probably tomorrow what we'll do is we'll try to get one of the islanders we're missing, trade them to my town that has a duplicate islander, and then hopefully on Friday, create, my final town and get my final. Islander. Is he on a turnip? He is. Oh. Let's just see what we get from him and quickly go sell it. Okay, let's do just a couple. Let's just get rid of. Yeah, we'll I mean, this isn't, Rick's shore, because this isn't Rick's town, but, what did he give me? Lady Liberty. Let's go sell that, and also, might as well grab whatever junk is in the dump and sell that as well, and then we'll start working on the turnips. So we have these 2 acres with a lot of turnips in them, and then gonna get some massive amounts of money. Stationery. Orange paper and woodland paper. Yeah, eventually I do actually kind of want to get all of my characters across all my towns, debts paid off. So I definitely want all my characters across all my towns to have like full-size houses, but that's partly so I can also start I can use those houses for extra storage of things. But I wouldn't mind getting the statues in all of my towns, just so that I have them and it looks nice. Even if the towns otherwise don't look nice, because I don't bother, like, pulling weeds or digging up junk in my other towns. And I also get rid of a lot of trees to get them out of the way frequently. But, it's what it is. My main town, perfect. Like the Wishing Well is super happy with me all the time. My other towns, it's like, well, it is what it is. Okay, so get 15. Wait, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And grab one more, 15. Actually, no, I should be grabbing this one. There we go. Now, unfortunately, I can't use the letters for extra storage because you can't mail turnips or living things. True story. It's against the law. The law of Animal Crossing. Hey, I just realized. Today's a day that, well, we'll see what... Today's a day when, we're gonna get accused of smuggling when we're actually smuggling. That's a change from normally, get accused of smuggling when we're not. Okay. Also, we'll see how long it takes us to sell all these turnips. Depending on how long it takes, we might even not have time for Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic later. See how it goes. So, pay attention to the dialogue here. Because Rover's gonna, yeah. Rick, we meet again. Well, aren't we the busy little traveler? That's correct. I mean, you were just in Winnipeg and you're headed for Taurus. Wow. You're not smuggling anything, are you? Oh, I'm just kidding you. Wahahaha. So he's a cute... having a grand old time imagining he's a fruit smuggler we pull in Taurus. Turnip smuggler, but sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so the reason I have, like, statues is because, like, you know, after if I go sell turnips here, what's going to happen is I'm going to end up with more money that I can bring back all at once, so I have the money just sitting around, you know, here, like, say, this. So then it's like, well, might as well go and, you know, what if I go play as one of the other characters in the town, might as well go and pay off some of the debts. Okay, so now how much... Okay, let's actually do some math here. How much do we want to... How many turnips can we sell at a time is the question. Why am I opening that? I need to grab my phone and open the calculator. So we have price of, what was it, 1032. This is 100 turnips in one go, so that's 103. So I think I can sell. I'm gonna have to sell these in groups of 5, I think. Oh, wait. I'm also going to take some of this money out of here just because I don't know. It's going to be... I think that should be fine. I think this will work. Let's just go, and I'd like to sell these turnips. Yes. Yeah, because that... Okay, so we could have left the... Oh. Could have left those two 10,000s in there. But yeah, that... 5 cents of those turnips, like, nearly fills up my inventory and wallet on money. Okay, so... we are just going to be going and dropping so much money here today. That's not what I'm going to press. Okay. So yeah, so onwards and forwards as we go, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sullivan sets in five packs at a time. And that's what we got to do. Okay. So this is going to be very good for our finances. And maxing out our working towards maxing out our savings account, as we need to do. As part of the whole 100%ing. And not just, you know, because I'm a ridiculous person. That's actually like, that is how you get the post office model, is by maxing out your savings account. So while I am a ridiculous person, this is one of those things that is actually required for 100%. Or, I mean, okay, yeah, like, in like speedruns, what they do is they just use a code to get the thing, but obviously, like I was saying, I'm not using codes for things that you can get otherwise. So game audio seems a little out of sync. Give me a moment. Yeah. My RetroTink is on the way, so hopefully we get that in. We'll stop having the issue with the audio desyncing on my older systems that use composite cables, because like I said, I'm pretty sure it's because of my composite to HDMI adapter that it happens, so hopefully with the RetroTink that won't still be happening. Okay. Need to pull more of these weeds, because this entire acre is going to be filled with money, as are probably like, well, the next acre is probably going to be completely filled, and the next acre started on, I'm not sure exactly. We'll have to see exactly how it goes, but we are going to have quite a lot of this town already has, yeah, this town already has 4 characters, so maybe we'll use this opportunity to get the 4th character's debt paid off. I think we got all our, let's go grab some more traps. We've got all the ones we already brought over sold, so now I have to go grab another chunk. This won't take too long, I don't think, especially the fact that traveling between 2 non-main towns is faster than traveling back to your own, between your main town and another town. Like, the rover dialogue is shorter, I'm pretty sure. So that helps save some time. But I'm glad we did test that, because that was like, for the longest time, if I was traveling multiple towns, I would always go back to my main town in between. But I'm glad prior to us doing this massive, like, turnip market stuff between, like, all these towns, that I went and was like, okay, can we just travel directly between 2 towns without going back to our main town? And sure enough, we can. Which is very nice. And this whole thing would be a nightmare if we couldn't. curious to see, though, how much money we will get from all of this. It's definitely going to get a decent chunk. But, yeah. Okay. And let's see where we are at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Awesome. Just going and going good. Leaving already, yes. Don't worry, I'll be back and forth multiple times today. Got a lot of turnips here. Oh, and it is 5 o'clock. Okay. Okay. It is amusing, though, that, like, how do we not cancel stream Monday and Tuesday? We likely would have got a price spike in another town on Monday. And if not, then probably on Tuesday, right? So it was by canceling those that we really lucked out and got the price spike today, and we got to sell all of our turnips when we get to our price spike here in the town where it was the highest that it could be. Praetorius. Let's go. I'd like to sell these turnips, please. I'd like to sell for lots of monies. Well, not yet, but there will be plenty more turnips to sell tonight, Nook. Plenty more. Okay. depending on how much money we get, we're gonna run into a problem because, like, so normally, when I've done this in the past, which I haven't done in a while, but you know, the first place I'll drop off the money, you know, fill up the acre by the train station. Then I'll go one down, fill up the acre with the character houses. Then I'll go over one and fill up the acre next to it. Then I'll go up one and fill in the next acre, which is the, in this case, in this town, it's the dump. Sorry, I just could not think of the word. And that acre is kind of right now filled up with a lot of gyroids for reasons. Reasons that make sense for certain definitions of sense. I mean, it's filled up with gyroids for a plan that we're working on that we kind of just set aside. So, really, I should just be selling all those gyroids as well. I don't know why I selected all of them. It's not like we could drop all of them in one go. Okay. How many do I still have here? I think we're just going to... For... dropping them individually so that they actually, like, so I drop them in the spots I want to drop them rather than just going around randomly. Also, I'm preemptively clearing out all these weeds. So yeah, we fill in this acre first, then this acre, then this. I mean, we'll probably be good. We probably won't need to fill in that acre as well. Maybe. It's hard to say. We are getting quite a large profit. Okay. Is that the final? Yeah, so now I'll have to go get more. Once we drop this money off. Excellent. Don't worry, I'll be back again, Porter, over and over and over again. Back and forth we go. During the rest of the week, I'll probably also, I mean, for the rest of the weekend into next week, probably also each day make a trip here to grab a bunch of money. Maybe a couple of trips, I don't know. We'll decide exactly what we want to do. Because we do need to transport it back to my main town to, you know, put it in my savings account, but that obviously takes some time. Obviously, at the end of today, we'll, like, go bring back as much as I can carry, but... yeah. Okay. Order. Let's go. Okay, so... Oh, there's a classic wardrobe in F3. A bridge right there. Well, I might check for that later. Once we're closer to completion on the turnip stuff. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Honestly, this isn't gonna take too long. Just because it's just the 2 acres. It'll be fine. Definitely want to try to sell all of them today, though. Because, like, while we could, like, just sell some of them today and then, like, you know, decent chance we get another price spike later in the week, so we could still sell them, like, you know, tomorrow or Friday, split it up. Because we do have the largest price spike today, I think it's worth it to sell all of them today, as long as we can manage that, which I don't see why we shouldn't be able to. And yeah. And so we get them sold, and they are good. And then we can see where we're at as far as what else we need to do. And yeah. It's also kind of nice that it's raining in one of my towns and not the other one that we're traveling back and forth between. Because it makes it easier for me to be like, wait, which step am I on as I'm coming off the train? Okay. Hey, Qui-Gon, welcome in. How's it going? How are you doing? I'm just in the middle of selling some turnips here in AC. And by some, I mean a lot. And if you're wondering why I dropped a bunch outside, it's because I can only sell 5 packs at a time, because there is a limit to how much money I can carry. And if I tried doing 6, I wouldn't have enough space in my inventory for that. So we are making a good chunk of money today. Kind of funny, I made a good chunk of money yesterday. Well, I got my tax yesterday and got a decent sized return. So I got a decent amount of money in real life, and then today I get a decent chunk of money here in Animal Crossing. Art imitates life. that. So we're almost have that acre filled up with money. 4, 5. Just sell. Yes, I will sell. Hello, Jackie. Welcome in. How's your day going? How are you doing this fine Wednesday? Yes, Wednesday. Assuming it's still Wednesday for you. I don't know where you are in the world. Might be Thursday already. Okay. This acre is now completely filled with money. On to the next acre. Which... that's the next acre. Let's get rid of any weeds back here. And start dropping the money. I was like, why didn't one drop there? Because there was still a weed there. Yeah, we're almost, yeah, we're definitely getting that acre filled with money as well by the time we're done. And then starting on the next acre after that, we'll see how much of that one gets filled up. It would be very convenient as if this Sunday, when we buy turnips, ended up being this town. Because this town had, you know, the best turnip, the highest turnip price this week. It would be very convenient if next week it had the lowest turnip price, because a good chunk of this money will still be here come Sunday, so then if we could just use that to buy turnips on Sunday, that would be very convenient. Very, very convenient. But of course, we'll see how it goes. When Sunday gets here. Placement is good. And do I have any? Let's just get rid of these weeds in preparation. I think that's it. Okay, did I still have more turnips here, or do I have to go grab the next chunk? That's all the turnips here. Let's go grab the next chunk. As we get richer and richer. And then just a bit more richer. We get to be the richest person on the face of this animal. I mean, we're already the richest person in this I mean, within my, like, whole network of towns, obviously. But I know there's at least one person in the world who's actually gone and maxed out their savings account in Animal Crossing already, so... they are richer than me, at least for the time being. But, you know, we'll see how long that lasts. And, yeah. So what's everyone else up to right now? Anyone else? Anyone do anything fun? Play any games of your own, or anything along those lines? And of course, you can see what I'm doing. Playing this and just okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, this won't take too long. I was going to take a lot longer. Oh yeah, we're already in the right acre. Here we go. I am leaving. Let us go and head over to sell the turnips, as we do. We can't. And then, I did play this when I was younger, yes. When Animal Crossing first came out in 2000... Was it 2000? Let me just check here. Animal Crossing... 2001? I think that was in Japan. Yeah, 2002. I didn't get when it first came out, but I know my buddy Andrew got it, I think, not too long. So I had a character in his town. That might have been 2002, might have been 2003, and then I got it I probably got it at some point in 2003. So, when I would have been 16? Does that sound right? Yeah, 16 probably, so played it quite a bit back then. Then, eventually kind of stopped playing it for a bit. I know when I was in my early 20s I started playing it again for a little bit, but that didn't really go anywhere, and then it was a couple of years ago where I started my first on-stream attempt at 100%ing it, and then last year in January when I started my second and current attempt. So yeah. But yeah, so played it quite a bit over the years. Kind of divided up into 4 different chunks of time. Definitely a very fun game. Definitely a lot of stuff. And I'm glad to be working towards 100% on it, and why did I not drop a bag there initially? That was weird. Maybe there was a weed there. It's the only thing I can think, because I didn't dig anything up, so it wasn't something buried there. Oh. And once I've 100%ed this, well, then, you know, there won't be much left to do with it other than just, I guess, speed running it. Which will definitely potentially be something that happens in the future. After I've 100%ed it. May one day speedrun it. The fact that people speedrun Animal Crossing at all is amusing to me. Okay. Yes, I'd like to sell these turnips. Sell them all you see. I'd like to sell these turnips for much money. It's also because of the fact that I did play on it as younger. When I came into the, even when I came into the first attempt at 100%ing it, I already had a lot of knowledge about it, and that knowledge grew even more, which is why, for my current attempt at 100%ing it, I came in already knowing, you know, so much more than I did on the first attempt. And then, what I'm saying here. But it'll be interesting when because after I finish 100%ing this, I plan to go through and 100% Animal Crossing Wild World for the DS. And that, having never played before, I'm going to go in with a lot less knowledge. Obviously, I still know some stuff because, you know, it's still an Animal Crossing game, so there's a lot of, like, stuff that's going to be shared. Like, a lot of knowledge that I have from this is still going to apply to Wild World. But a lot of stuff is also not going to apply to Wild World, and I don't necessarily know what information is and isn't going to apply to it when I go into it. So that's going to definitely be something that'll be very interesting to see. And similarly, you know, for that City Folk and New Leaf and New Horizons, what with each game going in, and, you know, what I do and don't know about each of them, and also if I'm gonna make any assumptions based on the earlier ones, like, I could be like, oh yeah, this is gonna work out, and then suddenly it doesn't because I assumed something was gonna be the same when it was different. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a while till we get to that, till we have to worry about that, but it is something that I do think about on occasion. It's always an interesting thing with video game series and such, what stays the same and what changes from game to game. I don't know, especially like with because like with Animal Crossing, I know, like, I've heard that, like, obviously New Horizons changed quite a lot from the earlier games, especially and such. So I mean, I've seen, because like I've watched streamers playing New Horizons. I also watch a bit of streamers playing like City Folk and New Leaf. I can't recall ever watching any streamers playing Wild World. Doesn't mean I haven't, I just don't recall off the top of my head. I might not have. I just, yeah. But, yeah. So I do have some knowledge with the later games. And I mean, there's also certain times where I've, like, looked stuff out because I'm, like, curious. Or, like, even sometimes where I'm looking something up about just Animal Crossing in general, and then I see, like, where it gives, like, oh, in this game it's like this, in this game it's like this, in this game. So then I got, like, a bit of, you know, knowledge from that stuff. But, oh, that's everything from this set of turnips. Let's go grab the next. Yeah, just over time, my knowledge just fills up, and currently I'm already one of the more knowledgeable peoples on this Animal Crossing, and eventually I might be one of the more knowledgeable people on every Animal Crossing. We'll see how it goes. And if after I finish 100%ing this, I do eventually go and speedrun it, I may become the most knowledgeable person on this Animal Crossing. Because right now that's like one of my main areas that there are other people more knowledgeable than me is some of the glitches and stuff, techniques used in speedruns that don't really apply to the way I'm playing it, but if I eventually speedrun it, I will need to look into that and see how that goes. But that's for future Eric to worry about. For now, the main thing is focused on what I need to know for this run and such. And yeah. Okay. Let's go. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2. Okay, so one more. So the next trip we'll be able to get to the remainder of these, this acre, and then start on this acre. And what time are we at? 5:30. Been streaming for an hour 40 minutes. What time do we start selling it? Okay, it's not too bad. Not too bad. I'm thinking that, yeah, it probably will be just Animal Crossing today. Probably no Star Wars, Nice Old Republic. We'll see exactly how it goes, but it's... Excuse me. Probably going to be just Animal Crossing today, which is perfectly fine. Definitely. Yeah, perfectly fine. Okay. Let's see. We do meet again. smuggler. Me a fruit smuggler? No. Never. Praetorius, here we go. I'm a turnip smuggler, not a fruit smuggler. Totally different things. Okay. I'd like to sell these turnips. I'd like to sell them now. I'd like to sell these turnips for all this money. Wow. 523.30. Yeah. Anyone else taking part in the turnip market in any of the Animal Crossing games at the moment? Building up your own fortunes. Okay. We got both spots behind that side are filled in. Do we? We don't have one in that spot, do we? There we go. Wait. How do we not get one in that spot when we didn't... I don't know. Drop all of them. That doesn't make sense. I don't always understand the logic of what stuff drops where in this game when you drop a bunch of things. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play the market in New Horizons. Use a term calculator that basically tells you what day the boom will happen. As long as you keep up with prices. Ah, yeah. Yeah. I've seen stuff like that for New Horizons. Yeah. Not a thing that exists for this game, to the best of my knowledge. Especially because the price spikes aren't tied to the other... Because, like, in this game, there are trends the prices follow, but the price spike is independent of that, where it's just randomly on certain days, or on any given day, once a week, on any given day, there can be randomly a price spike. So, and I do remember one time seeing a post somewhere, and I unfortunately don't remember where, about using, you can actually use something else to determine when there's going to be a price spike. But I can't remember what it was, or where I saw this, and I don't know if it was even true or not. Could have just been like, you know, somebody making something up. On the people lying on the internet? Never. But yeah, it's always a tricky thing with like games, and it's better now to a certain extent that so many like games have like, you know, so many people like put up like footage of them doing stuff or showing stuff off, so you can actually see the video instead of just having to rely on people's claims. But yeah, just like so often I know with certain more obscure, sometimes when I'm looking up some more obscure things, either things about more obscure games or just obscure things, even you know, more well-known games, and just, you know, being like having to wade through what's true and what's not, like trying to figure out for Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time what what the largest fish you can catch in the fishing hole is. And I've seen, you know, a lot of people saying in like the I like standard fish. I'm not talking about the Helian loach. I'm just talking about like the standard fish. What's the largest size you can get for your record? And I've seen a lot of people say, I think, was it numbers in the 30s? I don't know. It's wild stuff like that. I don't remember exactly the numbers, but it's something like that. But then I've seen like the occasional random person being like, "Oh yeah, I caught one that was like 50 some or something." It's like, is that true, or are they just making things up? Or are they just remembering things incorrectly as well? Because, like, that's the thing. People aren't always just, like, you know, making things up when they share incorrect information. Sometimes people just honestly, you know, don't remember things accurately. Or, like, yeah, because human memory is kind of, in a lot of ways, pretty terrible. Because our brain uses all sorts of tricks to, There's all sorts of tricks with the way it works, which many of the tricks are things that, you know, improve at things in one way, like maybe they make us remember things quicker, but at the, you know, cost of accuracy or, you know, stuff like that. Human memory is really interesting. Like, heck, like there's multiple things I remember about like TV shows that I later go back and rewatch the episode, and it's different than what I remember. One of the earliest episodes of Star Trek: The Next Generation I watched was what was the episode called? I want to say Up the Long Ladder. I have to check Wikipedia or something to check if that was the actual title, but. And I know which episode it was. It was one with these two colonies. One that was a group of very stereotypically written and played Irish farmers, and one that was of people that were like cloning themselves. And a very clear memory of Dr. Crusher being in the episode. And years later, when I went back and watched it, and no, it's a season 2 episode when Dr. Crusher wasn't there, and Dr. Pulaski not only was there, but was actually, like, important to the plot. And yet, yeah. Or one of my earliest episodes, or memories of, like, Star Trek Voyager was remembering the Doctor walking through a wall, which... I mean, there is one episode where he kind of, like, walks or jumps through a window, I think. But that's not the episode in question. I remember the episode in question. I even remember the scene in question, because it was... I do understand, I think, where the memory kind of... Because it was... In the episode, he was transferred from sick bay to the astrometrics lab, so I think in my brain it probably just filled in him, like, walking through a wall from one to the other. But yeah, it's just, yeah, because our brain will often fill in things to, you know, complete memories, as it were. How did I get on this tangent again? I'm not complaining. I always like, when I'm doing something like this, like turnip sales or something, if I can get myself onto a tangent, because I often, like, when I'm doing something repetitive like this, and where it's, you know, hard to think of, you know, like, I can explain what I'm doing, but, you know, I don't want to just be explaining that, you know, turnips over and over again. So if I get onto a random tangent, it's good for me to keep talking about something while I'm doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So this is F2 complete. Let me just update the erase F2 from that. Now we just have D2. The Mighty Ducks left. I'm actually going to quickly go use the washroom. Just take a quick break. If any of you need to use the washroom as well, get up and stretch, get something to eat, get something to drink, anything like that, perfect time to do it. Well, we're just a short break. Like, it'll probably just be less than like 2 minutes, but just need to quickly use the washroom. And yeah. I have returned, and we can get back to selling these many turnips and making a lot of money, as we do. Because without a lot of money, well, we just don't have a lot of money, and we need a lot of money. One of the things we are working towards. Once we get all of the money, then we will have all of the money. Okay. We hope your trip is both comfortable and enjoyable. I mean, not sure, like, these benches don't exactly look like they'd be the most comfortable. Because, like, obviously, like, there's the wood portion, and then the green portion, in theory, is, like, cushioned, but, you know, the fact that it's, you know, has those, like, sharp edges and corners, which I know is just because of the, like, you know, graphics and such, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be super comfortable to me. Praetorus. Praetorus is an anagram. That's what it's called. Where you make the letters, right? Of porter is, or of is porter. I guess you could have those two words in either order. Okay. I'd like to sell. Will you buy? Yay, all the money. Well, that's all for the moment. Feels nice to be selling turnips once again. Although just imagine if we had bought as many turnips yesterday as I ideally would like to be buying on... Or not yesterday, on Sunday. As I ideally would like to be buying every Sunday. Because had we done so, because I'm just looking at how much space we've already filled up with the turnips we've sold so far. Like, we're at like the halfway point. We've already filled up, or we're just past the halfway point. We've already filled up, you know, the entire train station acre and a good chunk of this acre as well. And we didn't even buy half as many turnips as I would have liked to have bought. So if we had, like, we would have so much money. Although we'd also be working on this until, like, honestly, potentially until Nook closed, and then we'd have to sell the rest of our turnips on another day. Yeah, definitely gonna have to be doing some thinking about, and we're probably gonna be doing some, over the next few weeks, doing some, like, thinking and figuring out of exactly what our turnip strategy is gonna be, because, a lot of, like, my ideas for how to do turnip stuff was stuff that I came up with, you know, back when we had, like, you know, just a handful of towns, right? And now that I have 17, hopefully soon to be 18 towns, like, it is a bit of a different ball game as far as things go, because we have much wider range of prices, so higher chance of getting a low price every Sunday, and then better chance of getting not just one, but like multiple price spikes throughout the week, but also so, you know, much bigger chance for profit, but at the same time we also have, like, more time to, like, that it's in theory going to take us to, like, check prices, because obviously on Sunday, where if we want to get the lowest price, that means checking all 17, soon to be 18 of my towns, right? That takes time before we can even... That takes a significant amount of time before we can even go and start buying. And then during the week it depends, because, like, today, you know, we checked this town first, because this town was going to have the highest price, assuming a price spike, and we lucked out, got a price spike here, so we didn't need to check the rest of my towns. But, like, if this town hadn't got a price spike, we would have kept checking other towns, and it would have been, you know, could have taken, if we went through and if we got a price spike in Winnipeg, which is the last time we would have checked, well, that would have taken a while. Although, to be fair, if we got a Winnipeg, it would also go a lot faster in selling them, because That's where our turnips are, so we would have just been like, oh yeah, let's just, we would have just gone and we wouldn't have to, like, be going back and forth between two towns to sell. But if we got, like, the price spike in, let's say, what's the second last time we would have checked? So 71... 86. So London, probably, if we got a price spike in London, that would have taken us a good chunk of time of going through all of my towns to check. So I'm just completely reset the Elgato, well, the feed anyway. This price, the audio seemed to be off, but I know what I was saying. It would take us a while, but and then also we would have had to still sell the turnips. Although it also would have gone somewhat faster because, like, if we didn't have as big of a profit, we would be able to sell the turnips faster. Because, like, right now, we're bringing the turnips over, like, you know, I have 15 at a time, 15 packs in my inventory when I bring them over, but then I have to, like, drop 10 of them because I can only sell 5 at a time where my inventory fills up. Whereas if we had, like, less of a profit per, we might be able to do, like, 8 and 7 instead of 5, 5, 5. Yeah, it's really interesting, like, just the different things of how, well, everything I have to consider. But, you know, keep at it and we'll keep making money, and eventually we'll have all of the money in the world. Or in Animal Crossing, at least. Next stop is Winnipeg. Yes, indeed. Okay. And we're at almost 6 o'clock. So yeah, I'm starting to think of maybe, like, just doing 2 sets of turnips like we did this week might even just be a good idea in general. Because if we're getting like almost guaranteed price spikes each week, especially if we get lucky and have, like, you know, price spike in our most profitable town. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. On the other hand, if we can still manage 5 sets, that would still be even more profit, more opportunity for profit, so I don't know. We'll play it by ear and see how it goes. I think this Sunday we're going to try to start at 7 so we have enough time to, I think, get 5 sets of turnips. So the amount of turnips I have in 1 acre, that's 1 set, which the amount of turnips that is considered a set will vary because it's based on basically the amount of turnips I can buy in a given week with a full inventory's worth of money is 1 set. So some weeks that'll, so depending on the price of the turnips, that'll vary. But yeah, so if I can start at 7 on Sunday, I think I should then have enough time to buy 5 full sets. So then we'll see if that happens. Then we'll see next week how that goes as far as selling them during the week. Yeah. And we'll work towards maxing out our savings account, because once we get that done, we'll get the train station model, and we'll be one step closer to 100%ing the game. To do. I mean, I say so much to do. We're honestly like, yeah, we've knocked off so many things in the 100%. Like obviously we still have stuff to do, but it's not like early game where it's just like early game you're constantly progressing on so many, like your numbers are just shooting up, and now it's a lot more like numbers just going up a little bit here and there, but still on days like today we have a lot to do just to inch one of those numbers, or inch closer to one of those numbers going up by one. And with everything we get done, of course, that's like one less thing that we have to worry about, and then, more and more we can focus on the remaining things. Like, I'm very much looking forward to once we've got all of the songs, KK Slider, and then don't have to worry about doing Saturday evening streams. Because I think once we do get all of the songs from KK Slider, I think I might at that point start taking Saturdays off from streaming as a general rule. There will still be the occasional exception if, like, if there's something we specifically need to do, like if a holiday falls on a Saturday, obviously, or something like that. But, or if we get to Saturday and we haven't sold all our turnips yet, that'd be another thing, because Saturday's the last day to sell the turnips. But as a general rule, I think we might do that. No, that's still like, what, do we still have 14 more songs? So that's still 14 weeks away, which is like 3 months. And what are we in, like, so May, June, so that would be like the end of July or whatever. Wait, did we finish off this acre already? Oh, we did. But it is something that might end up happening, especially. Why did they go 10,000 there? We want to be doing this in groups of 30,000. And yeah, especially now that I'm, doing, in theory, 2 games during every weekday stream. Say in theory, because depending on how long it takes us to sell turnips today, I'm not sure if we're doing any Star Wars Knights of the Republic after today or not. It's also the other issue is if we're going hard on turnips, there might be future weeks where I'm mostly just doing Animal Crossing as a result. I mean, we'll test it out, do some experimentation, see how things go. It's always the thing with something like this, is just, figuring out what works, what doesn't. To get rid of. Oh, we might though. Like, also, because I'm selling 2 sets today, right? I was saying what we might be doing though, in future weeks is like, if we're getting 5 sets and there's 5 weekdays, sell 1 set each weekday. Because then we already finished selling our first set of turnips today. And then, just so we spread out the whole selling of turnips. Just so that it's not quite so overwhelming. I don't know. There's a lot of things to think over and like and make decisions over. And of course, you know, I am not good at making decisions. I like to do things in such a way where I, you know, figure out a set of rules as to how I'm going to make decisions, and then just afterwards I just have to follow those rules and not have to ever make a specific decision on that thing again. But there's still an initial decision that has to be made. Oh, that was everything. Okay, we're done on those. Let's go grab the next few packs of turnips. It'll be interesting to see, like, as we do this, like, the rate at which money fills up my various towns compared to the rate at which we get the money back to my main town, and what towns just end up just... if some of the towns just end up being completely covered by money. Which would be amusing. Thank you for boarding. Well, thank you for letting me board. Okay. So are you. Mostly we're just going with the top answer, so I don't need to, like, you know, switch to the... just go with the default, like, one that the thing is on. So I don't need to press down. But, you know, occasionally we want to hear something different. It's nice to change it up a bit every once in a while. Winnipeg, now arriving at Winnipeg. Welcome to Winnipeg. Also, to be fair, we also started a stream late today. Like, what was it, like 40 minutes late or something like that? So how do we start on time? Let's see. We've been starting for 2 hours, 50 minutes. So how do we start on time? At 3 p.m., it'll be 5:15 rather than 6:07. So more than 40 minutes late even, but... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, 15. 15 is the max I can carry. What am I doing? Yeah, had I started on time, there might be less doubt in my mind as to whether or not we'd be playing any Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic afterwards. Because we'd be nearly an hour, like, earlier. Currently. And, I mean, to be fair, I'm not working tomorrow. I do still want to get up tomorrow, though I do have a lot of stuff I need to get done tomorrow. And I did sleep in today, because a variety of reasons. Normally I would have been working today, so it was nice that I got to sleep in today. Because on a day like today, you know, I'd normally be working, and then... So taking today as a bit more of a relaxed day has been kind of nice. Because as a result, like, it's not like I've missed out on anything that I normally would have expected to do on a Wednesday. Missed on stuff that I'd like to do on Wednesdays, but haven't really done in a while. But that's its own separate issue. Where I need to honestly streamline some of the things I do, I think. I don't know. Being an adult is tricky. There's so many things you have to deal with. Also, when you're someone like me that very much, you know, like I was saying earlier about, like, you know, setting up rules and such, so I don't need to make decisions, but when you start setting up too many rules and too much, like, you know, scheduling and such, it's just like, oh, I need to get this done before I can do this, I need to get this done before I can do this, get this done before I can do this, and then you end up getting to the point where you have, like, 50 things you don't really want to do before you can get to the thing you do want to do. So if you drag out too much on the things you don't want to do, you never get to do the thing you actually want to do, and it is a bit of an issue. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's go. Okay, Mr. Nook, if that is your real name. Got more turnips for you. So the current plan is to, well, fill up this acre and see where we're at. Because normally, if I filled up this acre, the next acre I'd be going to fill up would be the, with money, would be this acre here, where we have all these gyroids lying around. So I'm not quite sure what my plan is there. But we'll figure it out. Feel that ADHD doesn't make getting bored when everything's done. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I never got myself, like, you know, had myself diagnosed with anything, but there's a lot of things like ADHD and other stuff where, like, I'll sometimes go and see, like, oh, a list of things, and I'm like, I really identify with this. And then stop and think, wait, I really identify with this. I wonder. And, yeah. ADHD is especially an interesting one, because, like, as a kid, I never would have been like, oh yeah, I have ADHD, because, like, obviously, like, the, because, like, the H in it stands for hyper, right? Like, I wasn't a hyper kid or anything. But there's a lot of things when you actually, like, look at what it actually is, where it's just like, maybe. But I haven't gone and gotten myself diagnosed or with that or with anything else. Maybe one day I will look into that, but you know, it is what it is. because I mean, there's definitely even I've never been diagnosed with anything, but I definitely have something, possibly multiple somethings, but yeah, I mean, I know I have things like social anxiety and depression. That I don't need to get a diagnosis to be like, yeah, I have that. But there's a lot of other things where I'm like, okay, you know, do I have this, or do I just have, like, some traits in common with this? And that's, you know, it's hard to say without getting an official diagnosis and such. It's actually been recent to talk about that ADHD, ASD get worse with age. Interesting. That is very interesting. But yeah. Was that the last for this current? Yeah, let's go grab the next few packs. Yeah, and I mean, also, like, you know, I'm a writer, and this hasn't happened to me yet because I don't really have. I mean, I haven't really been posting any writings in a couple of years, but even back when I didn't really have very many regular readers. At times, I know of at least a few people that did regularly read my, you know, stuff at times. But like when I say a few, I mean like literally a few. Like I know of, I could think of 2 people off the top of my head that I know were like regularly reading some of my stuff at times. But like I've seen like with some other like writers or whatever, where they'll be asked if, you know, hey, is this character, you know, have ADHD? Is this character autistic? Like stuff like that, and the writer's just like, well, I just kind of gave this character traits that I have, and they'll be like, and I don't know. And it's like, cause you give your characters traits that you have, and suddenly people are like, you know, diagnosing them with stuff, and you're like, wait, does that mean I have that? But yeah. Okay, where are we going? We're going to Winnipeg, so to pick up more turnips. Doom, doom, doom. $6.16. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 3 more trips to get, 3 more trips after this current one to get all of those turnips done. That's not too bad. I can manage this. And, yeah. Okay. Ooh, I just got a bunch of emails. Okay, just 2 new ones. Felt like it was more. I guess I was at 500 emails, now I'm at 7. That's actually just a jump of 2, yeah. 2 people have just went live in the last 10 minutes. Okay. Definitely gonna have choice. I mean, depending on how long this stream goes for you, we're definitely gonna have choices for who we raid next. But obviously, we're still streaming this for a while. We're not nearing the end of stream for a little bit. So I've got plenty of turnips to sell, and then a few other things to do in Animal Crossing, and then we'll see where we're at. Okay. Yeah, tomorrow I'm hoping to get, yeah, I'm hoping to get caught up on Moon Knight, because I am, I guess now, as of this week, today's episode, I'm 3 episodes behind on Moon Knight, the current Marvel series on Disney Plus, for anyone unaware. And hoping to do that tomorrow, but we'll see how things go. Because, I mean, I was hoping to, you know, watch the episode, well, I was hoping last week to watch 2 episodes that I was, you know, that I was behind on, and the week before I was hoping to watch the 1 episode and just stay caught up, and clearly neither of those things happened, so we'll see how it goes this week as far as that goes. How it goes tomorrow. I mean, part of it will come down to how late I end up staying up tonight, because if I stay up too late tonight, then it's like, oh, I'll sleep in tomorrow, and then I'll be rushing to get stuff done, and streaming, and all that jazz. So, you know, we will see. X marks the spot. What TV shows is everyone else watching these days, if you're following any TV shows at the moment? For myself, the only thing I'm really, like, mostly caught up with is Marvel stuff, so, like, I've been, yeah, like I said, 3 episodes behind on Moon Knight, but I have been watching that. I've also been doing a rewatch of some of the Netflix shows. Specifically, I'm watching through season 1 of Daredevil right now. I watched that before, but it's interesting to go back and watch it again. And on the Star Wars side of things, I'm caught up on all the live-action Star Wars stuff. Hopefully that continues to be the case when Kenobi starts in a little bit. Is that next month? And then, well, for the animated stuff, I've only seen a little bit. I've been currently watching through Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Currently on the 2nd season, so not too far in, but, you know, slowly making my way. Very much enjoying it. It's interesting with Clone Wars because, like, I enjoyed it from the beginning, but, like, I definitely heard a lot of people that, like, you know, had a rough beginning and then just became really good as it went on. I'm definitely seeing, like, because while I enjoyed it from the very beginning, it's definitely getting a lot better as it goes on and such. Villager moves on top of it, they'll go to the Lost and Found then. And by like, I assume you mean like a villager house. Yeah, that'll displace them and send them to the Lost and Found. I've definitely had that happen before with bells or with other things that I have sitting on the ground. So we don't have to worry about it just disappearing. If that is what your concern was. Okay, that's a lot. Yeah, okay. Also, welcome in. How's it going? Hour, how is your day going? So do we think we're going to run out of space to put all the money on the ground in this acre? Or will we have enough space? Honestly, I think we are going to fill up this acre and then figure out what we're going to do, because normally this will be my next acre to start filling up with money, but got a lot of gyroids there. Could sell the gyroids, though. That would be an option. Let's go. Disney Plus is trending. Rescue Rangers thing. Obi-Wan, yeah, Obi-Wan is starting May 27th. Okay, or Kenobi. What's it called? Maybe the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Moon Knight, of course. An episode yesterday, or today, I mean. Ooh, She-Hulk trailer will be released in May. Nice. Very nice. So many shows, so many movies, so many video games, so many books, so many comics, so many Lego sets, so many everything, so little time. Need more time to do everything I want to do. But, you know, we just go at it one step at a time, and over time, like, some stuff we slowly end up completing, and then it makes more time for other stuff, and then eventually we'll die, and then it just won't matter anymore. One day. Not for a long time, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, I'm only 35, and I'm going to live to be 102, so I still have good long life ahead of me. Okay. Slowly getting this all done. One step at a time. One step at a time. Okay. Okay. Not smuggling any. No comment. No comment. I should have eaten more today. Just kind of had a moment where I'm like, kind of feel a little lightheaded. I'm like, wait, what have I eaten today? Yeah, that would explain it. Definitely gonna have something to eat after stream. What is everyone's favorite food, if you have one? For me, my favorite food is French fries. Yeah. Especially as part of poutine, assuming it's good poutine. Just like, you know, French fries, gravy, and cheese curds. Such a good combination. Okay. Where are we at? Right here. Go. Start on the next row. We are going to definitely fill up this acre by the time we are done. Okay. Make a plus sign. There we go. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 4 plus 4 equals 8. 8 plus 8 equals 16. 16 plus 16 equals 32. 32 plus 32 equals 64. 64 plus 64 equals 128. 128 plus 128 equals 256. 256 plus 256 equals 512. 512 plus 512 equals 1024. 1024 plus 1024 equals 2048. Can obviously keep going. 4096. 8182. Something like that. At this point, it's harder for me to keep it straight, not because the math is hard, but just because keeping track of remembering the numbers. It's tricky. Like, if I had, like, if I had just, like, the numbers written down in front of me, it would be a lot easier. Having to visualize the numbers in my head is where it gets a bit trickier when there's more digits to deal with. I also got all the weeds cleared out of here. This is the one thing where I do actually like do some cleaning of my other towns when I'm, needing to open up space for turnips or money, which is pretty much the two things. Okay. Yeah, we are definitely going to fill up this acre. So you have those two little bits there, and then the row along the bottom, and then this acre is filled. And we still have, what is it, 2 more inventories worth of turnips over in Winnipeg, I think. Both. I think it's 2 more inventories worth. Well, all full. Because final amount of turnips we'll be bringing over will be 14 packs, so not a full 15, I think. But so that won't be quite a full inventory's worth, but close. Certainly close. So that should be something. We'll see how that goes. And yeah. Okay. Winnipeg once again. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, so there are 14 more packs of turnips here, so one more trip after this current trip, and then we will be done with selling all the turnips for this week. And next week we're going to try a few things a bit different. starting earlier on Sunday so we can buy more turnips, but then spreading out the sales a bit more throughout the week. So today we had 2 acres at a. So yeah, we're going to do 5 sets, which is the amount of turnips you can buy with a full inventory of money is 1 set. So this week we only did 2 sets. If we do 5 sets next week, but then what we do is try to split them up so we sell 1 set a day. Assuming we get a price spike every day. If we don't get a price spike on Monday, then we'll have to sell 2 sets on Tuesday to make up for it, right? Or depending on how exactly that goes, there will be days we have to set. But Monday, sell 1 set. Tuesday, sell 1 set unless we didn't sell anything on Monday, in which case we sell 2 sets. And Wednesday, sell, I guess, 1 set if we sold on Monday and Tuesday. If sold on Tuesday, yes, we sell just 1 set on Wednesday. If we sold just on Monday, we sell 2 sets. That's if we didn't sell at all yet, we sell 3 sets, and keep going through the week like that. And then I think that's a good plan. It'll kind of break it up, and yeah. Because then we already would have finished this a while ago. Which, I mean, also, there might be times though where we will decide to sell more on, say, the Monday. If we do get, the best price spike on the Monday, we might decide to sell more just so we can get more of profit, but I think it's overall a decent plan. Spread it out, break it up, and such a bit more. Until we get our money maxed out, our savings account maxed out, and then we get the post office model, putting our furniture 1 step closer to completion. Yeah, and possibly to completion, depending on how long this takes us. But I think if we go at this regularly, honestly, we should be able to get this done before we get all the rest of the furniture, which the rest of the furniture we need. I mean, we'll get 1 thing this Sunday, 14 things in July. July, 1 thing in August, and 2 things in December. Yeah, almost got this acre filled up, and now we're gonna have to. You know, we're just gonna start selling these gyroids, get them out of the way. This will go a lot faster, because here we can just pick up an entire inventory's worth of gyroids, and that won't even won't even be close to filling up our money. Because we're going to be using these gyroids to turn them to other gyroids via the island, as we're working on filling up Jonathan's house with all the gyroids, 1 of each gyroid. And while I still want to eventually fill his house up with 1 of each gyroid, it's a relatively minor project, and I don't feel like spending. Wait, did I? Oh, right. Unlike turnips, I can't just select 1 and then be like, oh yeah, I'd like to. Because while they each give me the same amount of money, they don't stack, but they're different types of gyroids, so I can't just select 1 and he'll be like, oh, do you want to sell all of them? if I had multiples of the same type, which I mean some of these are going to be duplicates of each other most likely, but then that would be a bit different. I would just, 3 more, yeah, so... This is going to be relatively quick to get rid of these. And also, it's probably not. Yeah, it's not. I don't think all of these are together even to fill up my wallet, let alone my. Definitely not filling up my inventory, but I don't think they're even filling up my wallet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, that's just a line going up there, and then these ones here, so yeah. That'll be like 2 more inventories worth, I think. Without doing the exact count, without exact counting them, I'm just kind of guesstimating what it looks like. So that'll be like 60-some thousand bells that I'll have after selling all these gyroids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, if that. 13, 14, 15, because then just 9 left. Not a full 15 left there. This will put me at about 40,000. I think is even though they're they're all unique and such, every gyroid still costs the same amount. So that's 50. So might be 60,000, might be just under. Probably just be just under. I mean, I don't know, 15, that would be like 3/5. So yeah. Will be under 60,000, I think. Assuming my ability to approximate math has not completely vanished. Well, decent with numbers, yeah. Interesting, so that's only actually like... I only actually have like 130,000 bag out of that to drop, which we will do so right here. Almost a second one, but not quite. Should still give us... should still have enough... enough space for selling 5 packs here. Turnips. And here I can just... And it does. Excellent. Oh, close. That's probably... Yeah, that's pretty close to maxing out our... Because our inventory is definitely maxed out, and our, like... And our wallet is almost maxed out. And now to max out the ground in this acre. There we go. And with that we can take these 3 bags out of here. And start... Oh, wait. Somehow I missed that spot right there when initially dropping them. Weird, but okay. And I guess we start on this acre. And I think I will continue on up here. I know I don't really need to quite get rid of all of these yet, but I mean, look, it's good to like start getting ahead of them. I don't know. That'll be good for now. And yeah, definitely not gonna be filling up that acre though with money, because we just have these ones and then another 14 packs of turnips left over in Winnipeg. So we're almost done with selling our turnips for today. What time is it? Oh, it's like another... So we're not going to be done Animal Crossing until after 7, which means I think we're not going to be doing Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic after... Because that's generally kind of my thing. I mean, honestly, if it's past 6:30, I'm not gonna do something else after Animal Crossing, but definitely, I feel like after 7, it's almost a guarantee. Just realized I forgot to take these out. Can we... I don't know, I guess we wouldn't be able to put one there. So we just have 4. Well, I'll just finish off, okay, and I think that was like the last that we had here. Yeah, so let's go grab the final turnips, and, yeah. Thank you. Let's go. Moving and grooving. Better. Okay, we do meet again, Rover. We've met multiple times today. Like, I know what I'm doing. I mean, I know what you're doing as well. You're traveling from town to town to do hits for the mob. But, you know, to each their own. Each their own. Oh, right. Actually, while we're here, let's go check. That was Classical Wardrobe F3. Okay. Yeah, let's go check that, and let's also check the Lost and Found. I think we already checked the dump. Okay, we'll check that as well. And just sell anything before we grab these final turnips. And then, yeah, so somewhere in F3. Found it. And we already... Oh yeah, we already found Gulliver. Glowing spot. Earlier. We did see Gulliver, so we got something from him and sold that already. I'll just check if there's anything lost. 2 lost items. Impressive. Stationery and an umbrella. Gyroid paper, that's cool. Especially considering we just sold a shit ton of gyroids. Paper parasol. Okay. I don't know how well paper parasol would stand up to the rain, but... Well, let's see. I mean, it seems to be doing okay. You'd think the rain would just kind of wreck it, but... You know, is what it is. Okay, let's go back to my shovel. Just want to make sure I don't accidentally sell my golden shovel when I sell everything. That would be all. Like, it wouldn't be like the worst thing. We'd be able to get a shovel again, golden shovel without too much difficulty. Of the golden tools, shovel is the easiest to get. Okay, we did already grab the dump. I think after we got the thing from Gulliver, we grabbed the stuff from the dump and sold that all in one go. You know, the one kind of sad thing about the fact that we're selling my turnips in Praetoris is that's the town where we already have Nooks fully upgraded to Nookingtons. Because when it comes to Nooks upgrading, it has to do with either, you know, a certain amount of money passing either way. Either you buying stuff from him or him buying stuff from you. So if it was one of our... pretty much almost any of our other towns that we had were selling these turnips in, we'd probably get that Nooks upgrading afterwards as a result. But nope, we're selling them in the town that already has a fully upgraded Nooks. But that's fine. Eventually, you know, if we keep on with this theory, probably a good chunk of our Nooks will get upgraded further, and possibly even all of them will get fully upgraded. We'll see how it goes. Okay, and then I think after this we're going to be done here in Winnipeg. Oh yeah, Winnipeg I already have 3 characters. Interesting. Okay. Then the rest of the week we can, for Animal Crossing, focus on getting the last 2 islanders we need, and along with getting the last one, we'll also get our final town. After that, I was thinking of setting some stuff up to make turnip market stuff more... Well, no, I think that is we will have to start on stuff making turnip market stuff more efficient. And then after that, we'll probably start work on filling in all my towns with 4 player characters each. And here and there also, like, paying off their debts so we can, well, at the very least, like, getting the various character houses fully upgraded. Getting the statues would be cool, but that's an optional thing, for now at least. And just getting some of their houses more filled with stuff, because I do want to get one of my characters to get, like, I do want to get one of my characters' houses like fully upgraded so I can like store all of the like models there that are currently in my main character's basement, and the clothing that's currently in my main character's basement. Just make some more room for those things. And some other stuff. Slowly get all the various character houses filled with various things. Okay, here we go. Final set of turnips. Wait. Also, as I was walking in, I realized, wait, it seemed like the wrong amount that dropped, because I was in this spot, so then there was that weed. There we go. That's better. That's... Okay. Nope, that's it for the moment. What am I doing? I want to grab this out of here. Yeah, let's actually just work our way down here instead of going. Yeah. This one right here, just a little bit. Think of it better like that. Okay. Almost done. Oh, actually just realized we can probably erase that and that, and then we got all our turnips. Also means I can switch the turnip stuff back to just the standard percentage. For anyone who's curious about my progress in this game. And yeah. See where I'm at. As we get closer and closer to our goals. Actually, before I sell those rest, let's go check if there's anything in this town that we need to go and find. In D1, there is something. Okay. Let me just check the map. Oh, this is all. Oh, this is the town with Alfonso. Okay. Okay, what we're gonna do is actually we're gonna go down to the police station, grab a map, check the lost and found, check for Gulliver, just talk to Alfonso, check D1 for whatever's buried there. Then go and sell the remaining turnips, and then head back to Trantor with as much money as we can carry. Need a map. There we go. This game audio a little out of sync again. definitely yes. Definitely it was. Anything lost? See, that's why we came down here. Let's see what we got here. Furniture. A standing stone. Oh, what is it standing for? Standing for truth? Standing for justice? Standing for peanut butter? We do not know. Ooh, glowing spot. Peanut butter. I haven't bought peanut butter in a while now that I think about it. Maybe should start buying peanut butter regularly again for some good peanut butter sandwiches. Oh, and what do you know? We do have Gulliver. Also, we have Gulliver in the evening, because I remember I was wondering the other day if you couldn't have Gulliver past a certain point. I mean, it's still possible you can't have past, say, like 8 o'clock or something, because it's like only past 7, but because I'm just thinking about how I rarely see him on Saturdays. It could also be that you just can't have Gulliver on Saturdays. That could also just be coincidence. I just haven't seen him. Happened to see him on Saturday evening. I don't know. There's a lot of different options for what could be. A lot of different possibilities for the reasoning. Okay. Well, we see him today, so let's see what he gave us. Well, this is something we already have. We've gotten everything we can from him. Tower of Pisa. Leaning Tower of Pizza. I want a pizza. I have a pizza. I know what I'm having for supper after stream. What?
Did you say pizza?
What?
Did you say pizza?
Yeah, I said pizza.
I want pizza.
I have a frozen pizza in the freezer, and I know what I'm having for supper now. At least I think I have. I don't think I've eaten it yet. Okay. So in this acre, D1 is where we have right here. Ooh, an NES. The one without the game attached, though. Interesting story. So, like, this NES, if you, like, put in your house and, like, try interacting with it, it'll say you don't have any software for it. What it's actually doing is checking the memory card for any software there. People have figured that out, and they've figured out how you can put a NES ROM onto the memory card so that you can actually play any NES game in Animal Crossing. Which is cool. That being said, when I'm talking about 100%ing this game and 100%ing all the NES games in it, I'm just referring to the 19 NES games you can actually get within the game that are actually directly programmed into the game. Not every NES game ever that I'm going to load up via this NES. I'm not 100%ing every NES game ever as part of 100%ing Animal Crossing. I am a ridiculous person. I am not that ridiculous of a person. But yeah. Okay, well, let's go and sell the remaining things here, and then we are good to go. Especially because I don't even, like, 100%ing every NES game, I don't even know what that would all entail. Especially when you take into account people that, still make NES games. Obviously, like, there's not a licensed game still being made, but people still make games and release them. More often it's, like, for NES emulators, which actually this is what this would be, but, yeah. Oh, perfect. Awesome. If I put 3 of these bags into here, then, yeah, we'll have exactly enough space in my inventory for this money, plus all of my regular stuff. Ooh, also, then we can pick it up in the correct order. So we want goldenrod, dragon paper, golden net, tile paper, golden axe, tile paper. Awesome. And everything is organized the way I want it to be. Okay, then we are gonna... So yeah, that's all the money we needed to drop then, because the rest of this is going to be... I think my plan is each day until we've got all our money back, what we're going to do is we're going to make a trip here where I empty out my inventory before coming here, and then just bringing back a full inventory's worth of money each day until we've got it all back. Maybe multiple trips, I don't know, we'll see what I decide. I mean, maybe, we'll see what I decide. We're not going to bring it all back today, definitely, though. But let me just quickly swap memory cards so we can head back to my main town. And yeah. And with everything all said and done, and yeah, we might also use some of the money here to get Lauren's house over here fully upgraded. The other three houses are not only fully upgraded, but also fully paid off, thus why we have the 3 shiny statues. So we might, well, we have all this money here, because, like, using it to get a character's house, like, fully paid off and such, just takes some of this. Does not take nearly all of it. Doesn't even take most of it, honestly. Doesn't even, yeah, just takes a small fraction of it. Which is why we have 3 of the characters already having their debts fully paid off from this town. So for the longest time I was just doing, you know, my main town, Trantor, and then this town of Praetoris, so then it was, you know, buying in whichever of those 2 was cheapest, and then selling in whichever one got a price spike first. And so it's quite frequently that I have a lot of money on the ground in this town. Whereas if I sell in Trantor, it would just go straight into the savings right away. Now that we have the 17 towns, soon to be 18, there could end up being quite a lot of money on the ground spread out amongst multiple towns as I slowly then work on bringing it back to Trantor. I mean, depending on how it goes. Like, we can start, getting more and more money filling up the ground, more and more towns. If I'm just bringing back, like, 1 inventory's worth of money each day, that's about $500,000, a little over $500,000, but then we just get our money. I mean, if we just get, because if we start getting ahead on selling turnips, if we are selling turnips, if we're not getting all the money back from, like, 1 week's worth of selling turnips in that same week, then yeah, we could just be bringing back $500,000 every day until... I'm trying to think. Until we get it all back. Okay, did somebody move out? Yes. Whoever was living here moved out. Oh, we never talked to Bangle today. Let's go see if Bangle's home. One more acre. Ah, there we go. Yes. Creature of the night. I don't try to be. I'm a creature of variety in my time that I spend awake and sleeping. Yes. That's my secret. Oh. Okay, well, she was momentarily annoyed. But if I said I had caught them all, that's, I think, isn't that what leads to the villagers being sad? Which I don't know why. It's like, you know, shouldn't be sad at your friends having accomplished something. You should be happy for them. Okay, let's just confirm my numbers should all be accurate. So 582 on the furniture. Yep. Wallpaper 66, and so is carpet, yes. Clothing 246, yes. Items 63, indeed. All 64 stationary. All 127 gyroids, all 25 fossils, and music is at still 41, yes. Yeah, items is probably the next thing that's going to reach 100%. At least of the catalog stuff. Islanders will probably reach 100% sooner. Villagers could reach 100% sooner, but that's down to RNG. NES games could, in theory, reach 100% sooner, but that's down to, I mean, a lot of things. So that's unlikely, but it's not impossible. Make a deposit. Here we're just gonna deposit all of that. And then we have these three, so then we'll deposit, well, really 2 bags worth of this, so 60,000. $238 million bells? Yes, indeed. Because we need to get that up to 999,999,999, which is where it maxes out. And when you max it out at that, you get the post office model, which is one of the pieces of furniture I still need to get. So, we're, you know, slowly working towards that. What's my secret? Turnips. Turnip market. Not really a secret, it's just going hard at the turnip market. Which is what we've been doing today. I sold... well, because, yeah, actually, quickly, where's my mouse? There we go. On Sunday, I spent a little over 1 million bells on turnips in my town of Winnipeg, where they were 71 bells per turnip. And then today, I sold them in Pretoris, where on Sunday they would have been 129 bells per turnip, and today I got a price spike in Pretoris, which means I was selling them for 1,032 bells per turnip. So, so let me do the math on that. Calculator. 1,032 divided by 71 equals... So I made 14.5 times profit on those bells. So because I spent a little over 1 million bells on that, I made about 13 million bells today, this week, from turnips. And most of that is still lying on the ground in my town of Pretoris because, you know, I only have so much inventory space. But basically every day, you know, for the next while, I'll be bringing some of that back and putting that in my savings. That also means if that's 30... That means I'm at about 250 million, which means about a quarter of the way. Call it method where you use 2 memory cards, made a crap ton. Well, I'm using, at the moment, 17 memory cards. 17 towns. And soon an 18th one. I have another memory card right here that has not yet entered entered usage. Well, I mean, I used it to create towns, but not to create a town I'm keeping yet. But yeah, because basically on Sunday I check. Yeah, as you can see below me, I check turnip prices in all my towns, see which one is cheapest, buy there, and then during the week I look at my towns and check where we get price spikes and buy there. But now let's do a round of balloon fight. Let's see how that run goes for us. That said, I do know somebody that did actually, like, that did actually max out their savings and, thus get the post office model, with just using one town, so not traveling to compare prices and maximize profits like that, just going with, buying a shit ton of turnips in one town and selling them in that same town. Which... definitely doable. It would take longer overall, but it would also save you time. Like, you'd be spending less time on it every week, but it would take you more weeks to complete. So there's, you know, pluses and minuses to that, to each strategy. Doubling glitch. Oh yeah, see, I'm not doing any kind of glitches. I'm just, you know, using the multiple towns to, you know, go for, you know, best prices and such, and, you know, buy cheap, sell, you know, sell high. Buy low, sell high is basically what I'm going to do, trying to do, and using multiple towns to do that. I don't know of any glitches you could use. What you could do, if you have Wii with homebrew stuff set up, as I do, what you can do is you could back up your saves to the Wii, and then just like get a bunch of, you know, put a bunch of money on the ground or whatever. Back up the town, then go and get all the money, go to the backup. We're not getting... Did I miss one or two? Yeah, go to the backup, get all the money again, and just do that over and over. Oh, we've only missed one. Okay. Yeah, not that I'm doing that. I have, you know, I got homebrew, so I, you know, homebrew stuff set up on my Wii so I can back up the towns, just so I have the backups in case I lose a town to memory card corruption, as has happened to me in the past. But I'm not using it to cheat anything. I'm just using it so I don't lose everything if things go wrong. I should actually back it up again. It's been a little while since I last backed it up. I'll probably do that this Sunday, though. So what I used to do was try to back it up every Sunday, and I guess it's just because I haven't been playing as consistently on Sundays as of late, and except for last Sunday where I played, but then that was part of a 12-hour marathon. I didn't want to, like, take the time to... So after I was playing Animal Crossing, I was playing something else right after, so that's why I didn't back it up then. That was probably it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's something I'm interested in doing, is duplicating stuff for that purpose. I'd rather get it legit, even if it is time consuming. I mean, even that would be time consuming just because of, like, you know, limited inventory space you're only able to get so much, you know, move so much money over at a time, even with duplicating it like that. Just because of... But it would still be a lot quicker than doing turnip market stuff. And turnip market is, you know... Turnip market is the fastest, legit way to make money in here. A lot of money. There's some ways that are faster to make small amounts of money, but... Yeah. But not, like, the amounts you need to, like, max out your money. Phase 11. I don't know how far we're gonna get in Balloon Fight here today. I've been doing fine so far, but I can already feel that, like, my brain is not really here for Balloon Fight, and I'm mostly just kind of going on autopilot, which, well, I was about to say, which I'm, you know, okay, see. We already had a death, so that I think proves my point better than anything I could have actually explained out loud. Okay. After, you know, we're already 3.5 hours into stream, and I spent so much time on, like, the whole, selling turnips thing that just kind of, I think... And the fact that I'm, you know, hungry and want to go eat something. Well, we'll finish... So yeah, we'll finish this. So yeah, we're not going to try getting another Islander today. We're not going to play any Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic after this. So I think this is the final thing we're doing. I'm just trying to think if there's anything I'm forgetting. No, I think this is the final thing we're doing for stream today is this balloon fight, this round of balloon fight. And then... tomorrow... So tomorrow on stream for Animal Crossing there, we will be trying to get a new Islander to replace the one town where I have a duplicate Islander. And if, assuming we succeed at that, then on Friday we'll try to create our final town to get, and where we try to get our final Islander. And yeah, that'd be awesome if we succeed at that. Because if so, then like next week we can start on my whole set plan to make things more efficient with certain turnip markets things. Which obviously I'll see how the buying of signs works. That's something I've never really done anything with signs before. Like, can I buy just as many as I want each week, or can I only buy like, or each day, or can I only buy one per day? Like, is it like stationary where I can buy multiple things? It just shows it once in Nooks, but I can buy multiple, or is it something like, you know, most other things where I buy it and then it's like listed as sold out? Actually, I might check that just after I'm done. After I'm done Balloon Fight here, because I am honestly curious. Wait, signs is a thing you can buy in this Animal Crossing, right? I think so. Anyway, if it is, and we can buy as many signs as we want per day, and also if there's a limit to how many you can have set up in a town. Actually, wait, let's check Wikipedia. See if that actually tells me anything. Sign. Post. No, signposts are the things that are in there to start with. Sign board. Ah, here we go. We can buy them for 500, sell them for 125. But it doesn't really tell me anything else. Okay. Yeah, I'll check that out once we're done with Balloon Fight here. Because I am curious to see exactly how they work. Because I want to use them to in each of my towns, because I can only carry so many maps from secondary towns, place them around town to like have arrows to show what route I should best take to when I'm traveling through a town to search for Joan on Sunday. So I want, I guess, one in each acre in theory. So what I might do then is, if I have 18 towns, okay, I'll spend about, I guess, if we set up signs in one town a day, every day except for Sundays, that'll take us 3 weeks. Okay, that's not too bad. And I also, I think, want to use the signs to set up kind of like fenced off areas so I can so I can kind of easily make sure I have 5 full sets of money for buying turnips each Sunday in each town on the ground. Yeah, I think I've got like a general idea of what I want to set up in each town. My only question is if there's a limit to what I can place. And such. Which I don't know. And then the question is, like I said, if I can buy multiple in a day or if I'm limited. Because if I'm limited, then I'm not going to be able to even do, like, one town a day. I'm going to have to do, like, you know, it's going to take a long-ass time. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully I can just buy... Because, I mean, well, if I'm putting one in each acre... And there is, what, how many acres? Was it 30 acres? In a town? Yeah, that would take a while. That would take a long while. So hopefully that's not the case. But we'll find out, well, hopefully later today. And then I think once we've got that finished, that project, so that's 3 weeks, then the next thing is I think I'm gonna, you know, work on getting like 4 characters in each town. Not sure if we want to do like creating 1 character a day or like, or doing like filling up a town per day, because that'll be a big difference in how long that'll take? If we do one character a day, that'll take a long time. A really long time. Oh, we'll decide that. And then mixed in with that, we might like do filling up on or finishing off characters. Crap, I'm dead. Finishing off characters, debts and such. Especially as I get like more money in each town from doing turnip market. 'Cause, like right now we have like a lot of. Obviously, Praetorius I don't need to. I already got 4 characters, but like, if as I'm doing turnip market stuff, I get money on the ground in more and more towns. We'll see how it goes. Let's go. How long do we have until July? So we have May. And then June. So like 2 full months. Until. So. Yeah, I think we should be good on, because like I'm just thinking like, crap. By July, I want to have, I think, all the models. So we should be able to get both those I don't know, tasks, jobs, what have you, goals done by prior to the end of June, so that also. So once we've got that stuff done, we can look into moving all of these models into another character's house. I'm solely thinking we want to get that started on before July, because in July is where we're going to be getting the other. So I have one of the train station models back there, but July I'm going to be getting the other 14 train station models, and we're not going to have room for those in here. That's why we want to start getting towards getting that done. Okay, so let me go test this out. So we have the sign right here. Shit. We can only buy one at a time. Okay, now for the next question. So we place them just like whatever, right? Erect. And then we can post a design. Okay. So I'll have to make actually designs for how I want to do this, but if you can only buy one at a time, I'm gonna have to. And you can only buy them, I think it's, because you can't buy them at Nook's Cranny. Let's go, let me check it, Wikipedia again. So that's a signboard. Yeah. Nookway or Nookington. So I can't buy them even at Nook and Go, so. So, in theory, I'll eventually be... Okay, so this is going to be a much longer term project, and not one where I can do, like, just a town a day. So we'll probably mix this in with other stuff then. Yeah, Yeah, once we got all my towns having, if we could get all my towns having Nookingtons, or even just Nook Way, really, don't need Nookington specifically, but past Nook and Go, Nook's Cranny and Nook and Go aren't good enough. But if we can get that, we could at least be getting more at a time. Can I put them in my house? Looks like it. Oh, it just goes on the ground like that. Interesting. Okay, so... I'm not going to travel to my other town right now and buy one today, but I think, yeah, I'm going to try to... buy... multiple each day. I think right now, across all my towns, I only have, I'm actually gonna just, I know I normally, well, don't withdraw outside of Sunday, but whatever, I'm just 500 short. I just want to put myself back to 30,000. Yeah, I have 3 towns right now with Nookingtons. This one here, Trantor, my main town, and then also Pretoris and Meltork 4. Nowhere with Nook Way. 1 Nook and Go. Everything else is Nook's Cranny. So we only have, so we can buy 3 of those signboards a day. Yeah, that's gonna be, that's somewhat limiting, but, well... I mean, right now... Yeah, we'll figure out what I'm gonna do. We'll probably do, we'll start, yeah, buying 3 a day, setting them up in Pretoris, since that's where I'm gonna be visiting daily right now anyway. As time goes on, just start setting them up. As many as so buying as many as I can each day, so right now that's 3. As time goes on, I get more, my store is upgraded. There'll be other towns as well, and then eventually, and just kind of go a little bit at a time. That's fine. So that won't be a major then. A major, like, daily thing. That'll just be a little thing we do here and there. That's fine. Then, I mean, then we might go sooner to starting on getting full characters in each of my towns, which is fine as well. Anyway, this is where we're going to call stream. We've been live for almost 4 hours. Unfortunately, no Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, as I've been saying for the last little bit, because we spent so much time on Animal Crossing. But that is a-okay. So let's go find somebody to raid. Okay, so we could raid somebody playing Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. Could raid somebody playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Could raid somebody playing Overwatch. Could raid somebody playing Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Could raid somebody playing Elden Ring. Could raid somebody currently just chatting who's going to be playing Mario Party, it looks like. Not sure which one. Could raid somebody playing Rune Factory 5. Could raid somebody playing Horizon Forbidden West. We have a lot of people who could raid today. Just gonna scroll a bit more, but I think that's probably going to be one of those people, so let me know in chat if you have a preference for any of those games I just mentioned. Otherwise, I'll decide myself who we're gonna go and raid. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time, which is what all my weekday streams should be for the next while, as far as I know. So tomorrow will be Animal Crossing, followed by some Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Friday, Animal Crossing, followed by Earthbound Beginnings. Saturday is just Animal Crossing at 6 p.m. Sunday, Animal Crossing, we're going to try for 7 a.m. We'll see how that goes. That involves me getting up pretty early, but we'll see. We'll try for it. Also, Sunday will be a CyberQuest Sunday stream at 6 p.m. A separate stream, playing Super Mario Odyssey. Not Odyssey, Sunshine. Super Mario Sunshine. Assuming, well, that's the only thing that has a CyberQuest right now. If anything were, I guess, to get more votes, that would go ahead. But as of right now, it's Super Mario Sunshine. Also, Sunday is my 5-year anniversary of becoming an affiliate on Twitch. We're not doing like anything like, because I know we did like the 12-hour marathon last Sunday when we had my 7-year stream anniversary. So for my 5-year affiliate anniversary, yeah, just like those 2 regular streams, but we'll see how it goes. Then next week back to 3 p.m. for the weekday streams. Monday's Animal Crossing, followed by Robo Warrior. Tuesday, Animal Crossing, followed by Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes. And Wednesday, Animal Crossing, followed by some, hopefully, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Got quite a few weeks without it, but hopefully we return to it soon. And yeah, that's the schedule for the next week. And since nobody has a preference as to who we go and raid, I think we are going to raid somebody that we haven't raided in a while, Inky Bun, who is playing Overwatch. I really enjoy her stream, but a lot of times she's playing Dead by Daylight, which, you know, I know a lot of people love it. It's just not really for me, which is why I haven't really been hanging out there much. But she's playing Overwatch today, so we're gonna go over and raid her, I think. So if y'all want to join in on the raid, you can copy and paste the raid message, join in on the raid, and yeah. Thanks everyone for coming out today. Those who chatted, those who just lurked, those who hosted, those who raided, those who followed. You're all wonderful people. Thank you for hanging out. It's been a blast, and I will see you all later. Let me just make sure I've copied the raid message, and bye.